Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm trying to get myself organized here. I think I've got it. I think I'm going live on both Facebook and Instagram. Okay? Now y'all know this is a major feat for me. That I can get two technology things working together. All right? Is that amazing? Well, good morning to you. Everybody's loading in. Okay, I am. I'm seeing some things there on Instagram. My Instagram people, please forgive me if I can't see you. You're kind of far away, but I'm doing it. Okay, yay me! All right, yay me! And good morning to my Facebook people. Let me see who's on Instagram. I have to turn my head sideways, so please forgive me. Good morning. Farah Gray, good morning. Good morning, Colorado Springs. Let me see who's on Instagram. I can't really see you because you're kind of twisted to the side, all right? But here we are. Good morning, everybody. I am so proud of myself. Let me see if I can get myself together here. There you go. That's a better picture, right? Good. Good morning, Instagram. Y'all asked me to figure it out. I stayed up for hours trying to figure out how to do this thing on Instagram because YouTube was not cooperating. They were not playing well. Okay, so I am now on Instagram, yay, and I'm on Facebook, yay. So our family just got bigger, everybody. Family got bigger. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, and a loving good morning to everyone coming in, loading in. Houston, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, yes, Minnesota. My Facebook thing my Instagram thing isn't moving. I'll figure that out tomorrow. I can't see you. I just see something, Sear 7 something, I don't know. But Bronx is here. Cape Cod, Massachusetts is here. Everybody is loading in. Yes, Billy is fine. Billy the turtle. Billy is good. He's downstairs in his pool because he had to spend a couple of days in some water. Yeah, and yes, I'm doing Instagram and Facebook at the same time. Can you imagine North Carolina, Brooklyn, Instagram? I'll figure it out so that I can call you out. Oh, maybe, let me see, what does it say? Let me don't be touching no buttons. But we're going to do this message today. Nairobi, Kenya is in the house. Is that amazing? The Bronx is here, the Boogie Down Bronx, yes. Louisiana, Port Allen, Louisiana is in the house. Texas is in the house. Fort Worth, Las Vegas is in the house. Instagram, y'all just send me messages. I'll figure out how to do it. I'm sorry, I would call you out. But I can't, I don't know. Listen, this is a major feat, right, Florida? Right, Baton Rouge? This is a major feat for me. I'm so proud of myself, I could just do a little hoochie dance. Okay, wait a minute. Now, don't be blocking things out here, okay? As everybody continues loading in to our virtual living room. Yeah, our virtual living room. This room is about living. That's what this room, even if we're doing it under difficult circumstances, this room, it's about living. And I'm welcoming in everybody from New Orleans. Oh, Instagram, I wish I could see where you're from. If you're new to this gathering here, you are welcome here. If you are new here, yeah. Los Angeles is in the house. Wherever you live, wherever you are located, you are welcome here. We are so glad that you could join us together, and we are once again gathering, and our audience is bigger. Alabama, our audience is bigger. Paris, our audience is bigger because we are on Instagram and Facebook at the same time, right? We are gathered here to be together in our hearts, to sit with our hearts, to practice how to be steady and strong and loving, and how to remain peaceful, yeah, as we go through this time of global unrest. We can call it a crisis, or we can engage it as an opportunity, and that's what I hope we come here to do. Regardless of what we choose individually, we gather here each day to recognize, to acknowledge, and to master the power and the presence of our divinity. Yeah, that's what we do here each and every morning. Wisconsin's in the house. So I say good morning, sunshine, and happy Wednesday to you. Great, grand, and glorious rising to all of us here. Good morning, Philly. Welcome to your daily antiviral message, Living Beyond the Virus. And guess what? This is day number 28, okay? This is week 5 of a nationwide, or should I say worldwide, stay home, shut down, shut in, be still, stay safe experience. That's what this is. And there is really no end in sight. This is a time for us to be ever vigilant about our thinking, ever vigilant. This is a time for us to be, I want to say, ruthless about our self-care. Okay, ruthless about your self-care. And I know there are a lot of demands on many of us now. I know that things are different and maybe even unrecognizable. They may be unrecognizable on the other side, but you have tools. If you've been with me, you have tools, you have information, and you have everything you need to develop a new way of looking at the world. Remember our lesson? Above all, I want to see things differently. That's why we come here, why we gather here every morning to connect, to learn, to grow together, and to heal. Yeah, that's what this is about. So I don't know about you, but I'm on day 5 of my prosperity game and treatment, and it is getting good. It's getting good. I spent my money today, and I got a lot of good stuff, and I got a lot of insight, about spending my money. Now, if you want to do the game, I know Instagram, you all are new here, but if you want to do the game and participate in it and play this wealth game, you'll find the link in the top of the thread at the end of this broadcast. And then you can just download it. It's free. And the link will be there. It's called the Prosperity Game. Okay, good morning. Yeah, looks like everyone is loading in. I'm so grateful. I promise you I'm going to figure out how to do this thing on Instagram. But for right now, and so we begin. Let us breathe. Take a long, deep inhale through the nose. And a slow, complete exhale through the nose. Come present to the moment. And let's do some balancing breaths today. Let us balance our brains and our energy. Now, for those of you who've been here, you know, but for those of you who haven't been here, let me tell you how we're going to do this. You're going to use your thumb and your forefinger. You're going to close your right nostril. You're going to inhale through the left nostril. Then you'll close your left and exhale through the right. Then you're going to inhale through the right, close the right, and exhale through the left. And what that does is it balances the brain. It balances the yin-yang. It balances the masculine and the feminine, the heart and the mind, okay? So good afternoon, South Africa, and we're going to do that, okay? Long, deep inhale. Slow, complete exhale. Thumb and forefinger, close the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close the left. Exhale through the right. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Inhale through the right. Close the right, open the left. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, nice and slow. Close the left, open the right, exhale. One more time. Inhale through the right. Close the right, open the left, exhale. And just come present to the moment. Come present to the moment. Be aware of what's going on in the space, in your mind, in your heart, right here, right now. Just let the energy settle. No rushing, Come present. Let's be mindful in this moment. Connect with your inhale and your exhale. Come on, slow down, slow down, slow down. Come present. Relax your shoulders. Notice what's going on in your body right now. Continue with your inhale and your exhale. Yeah? Come present. Now take a long, deep inhale through the nose. And a slow, complete exhale through the nose. And as we breathe together, let us set an intention to defy anything and everything that would challenge our right capacity and ability to breathe fully and freely. We don't have to name it. We just defy it. Let us acknowledge, accept, and claim the fullness of the truth of who we are in this moment and refuse to give up our right to breathe. Take a breath. The freedom of breath. Yeah? And as we breathe, inhale and exhale. As we breathe today, let us send light, love, and healing energy to a group of folks that often pray for others, but I'm not sure how often others pray for them. And I'm talking about the ministers, the priests, the bishops, the rabbis, the nuns, the cantors, the monks, the imams, the spiritual teachers, the spiritual leaders, those who are serving congregations, parishes, temples, mosques, the ashrams. I'm talking about those who have lost members of their flocks, members of their congregation, and many of them can't even give burial rites to people that they birthed and baptized, those who are serving so many, praying for so many, holding the spiritual mantle for so many. Let's pray for them today. As we are joined here, mind to mind, heart to heart, let us acknowledge all of the spiritual teachers and the spiritual leaders, regardless of their faith or their tradition or their location, regardless of our chosen faith or walk. Let us bless those who bless others today, serve others today. Through our hearts, we are all connected. We are connected. So together we can call forth and send out love and universal healing energy to neutralize and to transmute any of their sorrow or sadness or overwhelm. They're serving many. Any of their frustration. Imagine being a spiritual leader and not being able to get to your people. Any frustration, any exhaustion that they may be carrying for themselves and those they serve. It's no easy task, I'm here to tell you, to give your life in service to the Creator and humanity. It's no easy task. So spiritual teachers and leaders of all faith, they need prayer today. So today we can offer it on their behalf into the universe. Breathe. Yeah. Join me in placing your hand over your heart, and you may repeat these words silently or aloud with the intention that every minister, cantor, imam, monk, nun, every person, regardless of their age or race or location or their faith walk, anyone who is in this moment in service to others in a spiritual way, anyone, that they will receive the energy of these words. Come on, breathe. May you know peace. May your strength and service be fortified. May you be safe from harm. Yeah. And we breathe. Good. Our inspirational reading today comes from another classic book, The Teachings of Don Juan, okay? A Yahweh Way of Knowledge by Carlos Castaneda. This thing right here, this is a book, all right? This is a book. I don't know if you have read it, but the teachings here are just so wonderful. Good morning, Instagram. I don't know how to speak to you yet, but I'll figure it out, okay? And of course, my Facebook family. But this is, okay, this is the teaching for the day. As I was getting ready to leave, I decided to ask him once more about the enemies of a man of knowledge. I argued that I could not return for some time, and it would be a good idea to write down what he had to say, think about it while I was away. He hesitated for a while, then began to talk. Listen. When a man starts to learn, he is never clear about his objectives. His purpose is faulty, his intent is vague. He hopes for rewards that will never materialize, for he knows nothing about the hardship of learning. He slowly begins to learn, bit by bit at first, then in big chunks, as his thoughts soon clash. What he learns is never what he pictured or imagined, so he begins to be afraid. Okay, wait a minute. Learning is never what one expects. Every step of learning is a new task, and the fear the man is experiencing begins to mount mercilessly, unyieldingly. His purpose becomes a battlefield, his purpose to learn. And thus, he has stumbled upon the first of his natural enemies, fear. Did you hear me? Fear is a natural enemy, a terrible enemy, treacherous and difficult to overcome. It remains concealed at every turn of the way, prowling, waiting. And if the man, terrified in his presence, runs away, his enemy will have put an end to his intention. What will happen to the man if he runs away in fear? Nothing happens to him except that he will never learn. He will never become a man of knowledge. He will perhaps be a bully or a harmless, scared man. At any rate, he will be a defeated man. Now, he's saying man, I'm thinking person. This is man and woman, okay? His first enemy, which is fear, will have put an end to his learning. And listen, and what can we do to overcome fear? The answer is very simple. He must not run away. He must defy his fear. And in spite of it, he must take the next step in learning, and the next, and the next. He must be fully afraid, and yet he must not stop. That is a rule. And the moment will come when his first enemy retreats. Then the man begins to feel sure of himself. His intent becomes stronger. His learning is no longer a terrifying task. When this joyful moment comes, a man can say without hesitation that he has defeated his first natural enemy, fear. Okay, we're going to talk about that today, all right? And as we move forward, come on, consider this affirmation and repeat it to yourself as often as you can throughout the day, okay? This is our affirmation for today. I am fearless and courageous. I am able to accomplish all that I set my mind to do. Yeah. I am protected by the universe. I am looking forward to the future with happiness and hope. You want it again? Let me run that by you again, okay? I am fearless and courageous. I am able to accomplish all that I set my mind to do. I am protected by the universe. I am looking forward to the future with happiness and hope. That's our affirmation for the day, all right? Take a breath and we breathe. Come on, breathe. Yeah, take it in, take it in. Welcome to What's the Lesson Wednesday. What's the Lesson Wednesday? Two of the most powerful things I ever heard that actually not only changed me at the core of my being, but also changed the course of my life and how I live my life. I heard back in 1982 when I first started studying A Course in Miracles. It was 1982. I went to a study group that was attended by a bunch of people that I did not know. I went with a friend of mine. And these people had been studying the Course in Miracles together for a long time. And on this particular night, they were reviewing one lesson, an old lesson that they had done, and they were studying a new lesson. And this was the day that the universe sent me there, okay? The lesson that they were reviewing in the group was lesson number 79, and it says, "Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved." And the new lesson that they were presenting was lesson 153. Listen, all things are lessons that God would have me learn. Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved, and all things are lessons that God would have me learn. Wow. We, as a collective universe, are facing a major problem in the world today. A problem that has challenged and tested almost every single thing that we hold dear. Everything that we believe in. Everything that we hold on to. Everything that we thought or think is important to us. It's being challenged. The corona is a problem, okay? A huge problem. But what if it's more than a problem? What if it's a lesson? A lesson that God would have us learn. Not just you or me, but a lesson that it's time for the entire world to learn. Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. All things are lessons that God would have me learn. All things are lessons. So today, on this What's the Lesson Wednesday, I am inviting us to examine, explore, and share what we are learning. Okay? What are you learning? What have you learned in the past 5 weeks of being shut in or shut down? Or what have you learned by having to face the problem every single day because you got to go to work in service to others? Because in the world, they say you are considered an essential worker. Did you know you were essential? Do you feel essential? Do you treat yourself and carry yourself like you're essential? What are you learning about who you are in the world? All of us. What are you learning? What are you learning, and what have you learned as a parent? What are you learning, and what have you learned as a man, as a woman? This is what this is about. This is What's the Lesson Wednesday. And what we learn Once we learn the lesson, the problem can be solved. That's what our reading said. But if we run and if we stay engrossed in fear, we're not going to learn. Our reading today spoke about fear being our first natural enemy. And how many of us have been so busy, engrossed, and tied up in fear that we're missing the lessons, okay? Fear will obscure your vision, and you cannot and will not see the future or how to solve the problem if you're busy managing and navigating and preoccupied with fear. What did the reading say? You got to face it. Surrender the fear. Move beyond the fear. Surrender it long enough to ask yourself, what is the lesson? What am I learning or what am I unlearning? Now, we may not be able to solve the problem in the world. However, we can certainly start looking at our individual and collective problems so that we can discover and uncover our individual and collective lessons. What's the lesson? From the micro, that's you, to the macro, what are you learning? What has the virus come to teach you, to teach us? What are you learning? What has the presence of the virus taught you about yourself? Come on. What has it taught you about others? What has it taught you about the world? What has it taught you about the things that you've been denying, avoiding, ignoring? What is the lesson? This is What's the Lesson Wednesday. And I am inviting you to share your learnings, not your problems and not your complaints, but your insights, your awarenesses, your revelations as a result of the shutdown, or because you have not been able to shut down. You got to get on a bus, a train, in your car and go to work. You can put it in the thread. Come on, you too, Instagram. Y'all ain't just observers. We don't just observe here. We work. I am learning. Come on. I am learning. I have learned. People are learning. Make a complete sentence, a complete thought. As a mother or a father, I am learning. As a wife, I am learning. As a husband, I am learning. As a partner, I am learning. I have learned. Come on, put it in the thread. What have you learned? Share your learnings. Share your insights right here in the thread. Now, come on, put it in. I have learned. I am learning. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm willing to be wrong, but I don't see us as victims in this experience. I don't see us as victims. It is an experience. And I believe that this is a worldwide learning experience, a worldwide opportunity for people everywhere to get clear, to get focused, to release some things and to recognize some things. And if we get stuck in the fear, if we get stuck in the problem, if we get stuck in the virus, we are going to miss the lesson. All things are lessons that God would have me learn. Now, the virus is real. People are sick. People have lost their lives. However, that's not all that's going on. If all things are lessons that God would have us learn, we may need to look beyond what is happening in order to see what is really going on, okay? What is going on within us? What is going on around us? What is going on through us? What is going on because of us? What is going on for us? Let us recognize the problem so it can be solved. All things are lessons that God would have us learn. What are you learning? I am learning what I've learned. What have you learned about yourself, about life, about the people in your life? Take your time. Take your time. Focus. Think. Think deeply. Feel deeply. And breathe. What are you learning? Put it in the thread. Come on, Instagram. You're not observers. You're going to be here. You're going to participate. All right? I have learned that the only thing, okay, let me see. I'm learning to meditate and find my center. How about I'm learning to breathe? Let me tell you what I learned. I learned how little I actually need and how much I actually have. Oh my God. I need very little and I have so much. That's why I've been getting rid of stuff. I have found stuff I didn't even know I had, you know. I learned how attached I've been to everything being a certain way, looking a certain way, and I got to do it a certain way, you know, and I've just thrown that out the window, all right? I've learned, let me tell you what I've unlearned. This is what I've unlearned, okay? It ain't my responsibility to take care of nobody but myself, okay? Because they can't get to me, I can't get to them. You know, my kids come, haven't seen my grandkids, and everybody's still alive and moving. I had to unlearn that because I'm the elder, I'm the matriarch, that it's my responsibility to make sure everybody's okay. I don't even call them buggers. Don't call me, I won't call you, okay? Come on, think, feel. What I'm learning about, what I have learned, what I see in the world. What is the world learning, all right? What are you learning? You know what was a sad thing for me? This is what I realized again at a deeper level. I don't know if it's a learning, but it's certainly a realization and a recognition, meaning bring it back to my cognitive mind, how really fully reliant on God I am. Fully reliant on God. I'm a frog. Fully reliant on God, okay? Because I've been telling y'all, everybody, you know, my manager, lawyer, everybody's hysterical. I don't have no job. I'm unemployed. And they ain't sending me no stimulus money. And I can't apply for unemployment. And I don't have a worry in the world. Because I work for God Incorporated. Now, I may get my check over here or my check over there, but I work for God Incorporated. And there is always provision. Oh, I recognize that again. I've seen when people are saying, I lost my job, and they go into the fear. Carlos, Don Juan said, walk through it. That's your first enemy. Don't stop and get caught up in, I don't have a job. Because a job is just over broke. Did you learn that? Did you learn that you cannot be dependent upon something and someone outside of yourself? You may not have a job. That don't mean you won't be provided for. You can be provided for. You will be provided for, okay? I've learned to relax. Yes. I've learned that the distance has not repaired a fractured relationship. No, it isn't, because it's in your heart. Remember, who Pema Chodron told us, the only thing you're ever going to experience is what's in your heart. So look at the world. What are we experiencing, people? What are we experiencing? If the only thing we ever experience is what's going on in our heart, what is the world experiencing? When you look at the number of elders who are dying, the number, how this thing has affected the communities of color, African and Latin American communities. It's just now getting out to the Dakotas with the Native Americans, okay? But they did the smallpox and everything else. They don't need this lesson. We do. What is in our hearts that this is what's showing up in the world? What is in our hearts? Distance, separation. You know, what does this virus really represent that we've been ignoring and denying and avoiding all of this time? What has been in our hearts? We treat each other like this all the time. What if the virus is simply a representation of the nasty things that have been said about people and to people on social media? What about that? How about that? What if the virus is just the way that one race thinks about another, one political group thinks about another, how women talk about men, how men talk about mother? What if the virus is a demonstration of what happens when a father leaves his children? How about that? What are we learning? What are we learning? What if the virus is simply a demonstration of all the lives that have been destroyed by drug abuse and alcohol abuse? What if the virus represents the little girls that have been raped and violated by people in their family? How about that? This ain't nothing new. It's just that we can see it. Lord, let me stop. Ooh, and let me breathe. This is not new. Looks different. Feels different. Acts different. It's just like you keep marrying the same man or attracting the same woman because we don't learn the lesson. Let me recognize the problem so the problem can be solved, because all things are lessons that God would have me learn. This is deep right here. You know, we do one deep day a week. We do one deep day, we do one learning day, we do one, and we have to. That's what this time is about. That's what this time is about, okay? What are you learning? What have you learned? What's the world learning? Okay? Who you working for? You're dependent upon a job, you're always going to be just over broke. Have you been using your mind and your creativity? I've been so creative in this, but I'm usually creative between the beading and the soap making and the whatever, you know? How about this prominent thought in mind, the lack of trust, because it really is a lack of trust, that we think somebody's always trying to get over on us. Somebody's always trying to take advantage of us. Well, ain't the virus getting over on us and taking advantage of us? What if this virus is simply what we've been holding in our hearts and our minds and how we've been treating each other? I don't know any of this to be true. I'm just saying, what are we learning? If this virus had a name other than Corona, if it was Petey or Barbara or Sam, yeah, what would you say about it? All right? What are you learning? What are you unlearning? I think that's the question for the day. Good things coming up on the thread. Good things coming up all on the thread. I've learned that all that I need is within. I've learned this is an opportunity for us to join together. But can I tell you something? And I could be very wrong. I'm willing to be wrong. If this thing were over today, we'd go right back to being who we were. We'd go right back to being disconnected and greedy and clingy and aggressive. I'm telling you, we would. And the same medium that we're using right now, this social media and all of the threads and the Zoom and the Instagram, I've learned about so much stuff I can't even tell you. This is the same thing that we've been using to attack each other, annihilate each other, violate each other, curse each other. The same thing. Okay. And now look. to promote violence and, you know, all of that stuff. We can't stop people from molesting our children. How are we going to manage a virus that we can't even see? Huh? We know that this porn thing and all of that is going on television. Not on television, on the social media. And we sit around with one finger up our nose and the other one up our butt, acting like we don't know how to do nothing. We know that people have been dishonest and disrespectful to us, leaders of this country, and we sit around. What are you learning? I learned that God will supply all my needs. Yes, I've learned that I never learned the lessons God was trying to show me. Come on, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go there. Let's get in it. I've learned that I can better myself. Yes, I've learned to pray. Come on. I've learned that time apart gives us time and space to grow. Okay? Y'all keep listening. Y'all keep doing it. That's what we're doing. What is the lesson? This is What's the Lesson Wednesday. This is What is the Lesson Wednesday. I have learned to live off little. Yeah, that's what I've learned. I've learned how, not even to live off it, but I've learned how little I need and how much I have. And I'm gonna heal that up. Yeah. I want y'all to know that I did make my bed up today. I did make my bed up. And I also want you to know that I did not go downstairs in the middle of the night to snack on nothing. Okay, so it was good. Yesterday was Tell on Yourself Tuesday, and I told on myself, but it wasn't just about telling on myself. It's about also doing something about the thing that you confessed, okay? Yesterday I threw out a big old container of ice cream because I realized that every night I'm eating ice cream and every day my eyes are running. Okay. So I had to put that ice cream down. All righty, keep writing. Come on. I've learned that no one owes me validation. Yeah, I've learned to be grateful and appreciate the small things. I've learned to take nothing for granted. Instagram, I really can't read you. I'm turning my head sideways, but I'll figure it out. I promise. I'll figure it out, and I'll get you up on the channel, okay? Now, what do I have for the children today? What do I have for the children today? Well, you know, I'm really big on what we do, they need to do. So I'm recommending that you work with the children today on the I wish exercise. It's a very simple exercise where you invite the children, and I'm saying they can do this probably from about age 8 all the way up, okay? To simply write out what they wish for. I wish I could, I wish I had, I wish. You know, they can wish for things for themselves. They can wish for things for other people. They can wish things for the world. It's important that this is a way for them to support them in really living beyond the virus. This keeps their hearts and their imaginations and their minds open. Just ask them, I wish I had, okay? I wish I had some, I wish I could. Let's get some good seeds planted in their minds. Don't make the mistake I made. As I was growing and healing spiritually, I did not include my children. We're not going to do that, all right? For the adults, we have the prosperity treatment game. Like I said, I'm on day 4, and if you want to play, you can get the link at the top of the thread. We'll put it there after the broadcast. We'll put the link there. I also invite you to take a look at the Hay House You Can Heal Your Life Summit that's coming up later on in the month. And you can sign up for some of the classes. I believe most of them are free, but some teachers, some really great teachers and healers on the planet, they're going to be in this summit. You can sign up. I believe a lot of the classes are free, and we'll put the link at the top of the thread. We'll put the link at the top of the thread. So take a look at it and see some of the teachers and some of the things that you can do. And for those of you who've asked how you can study with me, be sure to register for the Spiritual Life Coaching Interest Meeting. And that way you'll get to hear about the program from me and from the faculty that'll be teaching there. And we're going to have 2 interest meetings so you can learn more about the program. There'll be one meeting this Thursday or tomorrow, April 16th at 8 p.m. And the other one is Sunday, April 19th at 7 p.m. And you have to register to attend. You have to register. So we'll put the link at the top of the thread so that you can register to attend the meeting, okay? Okay, now, what else did I want to tell you? Tom Heinz, thebodyemotions.com. This is the band that clears your energy. And if you're really dealing with a lot of fear, I would encourage you to see if you can afford a session with Tom. Heinz like the ketchup, Heinz, Tom Heinz, thebodyemotion.com. He'll work with you over the phone. He's given us 2 free heart clearing sessions. I think one is still unclaimed. If it is, I'll gift it away. The other thing is, there's a woman who was in our thread. I believe her name is Miriam or Marion. She's a therapist, and she does teletherapy. Or if you're out there and you are a therapist that does teletherapy, meaning that you can talk to do your work by phone, please contact us. Send us an email to Iyanla@Iyanla.com and just put teletherapy in the thread so that we can find you among the thousands and thousands of emails, because you got to start helping yourself. Listen, if you can afford it, you need to talk to somebody. Don't be over there just twiddling your thumbs and drinking scotch and smoking happy flowers. Okay, there are good people out here who do teletherapies. I want you to get some help if you need it, okay? Keep on going. What have you learned? What have you learned? What have you learned? And stop selling stuff. Here's my book and buy this and stop it. Stop it. If I see you in my thread doing that, This is not an opportunity to promote yourself. No, it's not. Now, if you have a service that's going to support people and move into the next level, that's fine. Okay? But people are in my threads selling everything. It's crazy. Anyway, our gift away for today, I told you that I have these lovely, these are long sleeve hoodies. They say forgive everyone for everything. And it's there. They're very thin. They're 100% cotton. I don't want to take it out the bag to show you because I don't want to touch it. Okay? I don't want to touch it. I don't have many, but I found them, so I'm going to give them away. I have 2 mediums. I have a large. And I want to show you these other ones that I have. Okay, I have 2 mediums, and I have a large, and I have an extra large. All right? 2 mediums, a large, and an extra large. So, what about the video thread session? Yeah, you can have a session with Tom Heinz, thebodyemotion.com. He charges, he's not expensive, but you're worth it. Your mental health and your emotional health and your spiritual health is worth it. And for those of you who may not be able to do that, I want to encourage you again, take a look at MasterPeace products. You know, that's my line of body products. I'm not selling, I'm inviting you. You can continue washing with your Dove or your dish liquid. But if you're looking for something to help you clear some energy, MasterPeace is there, MasterPeaceBodyTherapy.com, MasterPeaceBodyTherapy.com. Jonathan, wait a minute. Jonathan Reynido Champ. Jonathan Reynido Champ. I have a medium. I have a medium hoodie for you, okay? I have a medium hoodie for you, Jonathan. Send me an email to Iyanla at Iyanla.com and put hoodie blessing. Hoodie blessing. Now, when you write me and you tell me that you won, tell me your size, okay? Because I forget, you know. My team, Kirsten, bless her heart, she tries to keep up with y'all. I forget your name, your size, everything, all right? I wish I could. Okay, wait a minute. Something's coming up on Instagram. Oh, I may be able to give an Instagram person a thing. Let me see. Learn that God. Yes, come on in. London's in the house, y'all. London's in the house. All right? Oh, goody. Okay, Instagram. I'm going to figure out how to get y'all turned the right way so that y'all can get some gift-aways too. Okay? I got a large and 2 medium. Wait a minute. I got a large, extra large, and a medium. A large, extra large, and a medium. I learned to accept. Let me see what else. Jonathan. Okay, and the other thing is, when you write in and you tell us that, then we have to get in touch with you to get your address. What am I going to just send it? I can't send it through the internet. I need your address. Because a lot of people are not writing back, okay? Let me see. Who wants this? Yeah, let me see. Who wants the large? I don't see a large here. Can I get anybody on the Instagram? Geraldine Marby, you got the extra large. Geraldine Marby, you got the extra large, okay? I'm putting it over here. Listen, I didn't go to the post office yesterday. Because when I got out there and saw that line, I think people were filing taxes. Oh my God, it was so many people. I said, no, I had on my mask and my gloves. I said, I am not going up in there. I don't want no cooties jumping on me. So I did not go. So I'll do all my mailing today. Instagram, tell me a size. Let me give you a thing, okay? Because I have a medium and I have a large Instagram. I got a medium and a large. Let me see if I can see your name. I have to turn sideways. I guess I could turn the camera around, but I'm scared that's going to mess up everything. All right? Okay, Instagram, I'm giving you 1, 2, 3. I can't see you. Nobody's telling me their size. Okay, so I'll go back to Facebook. Who wants the large? Catherine Harrell, get off my thread. I ain't giving you nothing. That's one of my students. Let me see. Abby Cole, you got the medium. You got the medium, Abby Cole. Okay? So you got the medium. All right, I have a large left. Let me see if anybody on the thing. I'm learning that I am not in control. Yes. All right, I got a large. Abby Cole got the medium. I got, I did something. All my people is gone. Come back, people. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, see, that's what happens when I be touching things. Okay, now, I can't see my people. My people and them gone. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, gosh. You know, I messed up. I messed up bad, and now I'm dark and everything. What has happened? Oh, my Lord. Oh, now I got all kind of stuff going on now. Okay, here, I'm coming back to my right mind. All right, I got a large, but since I can't see y'all no more, the chat is gone. I can't see anybody in the line. Forgive me. Let me see what's on the Instagram. I learned to be still. What is wrong with the Instagram people? Somebody tell me. I got a large shirt for you. Would you like to have it? I can't see them on there. And all of my Facebook thing is gone. The chat is just gone. All right, and I'm dark. I hope I'm still live. All right, well, I'll just have to keep this shirt. Now, I do have another shirt here. It is a large, and it's turquoise. And it says, call a thing a thing. It says, call a thing a thing. Now, the thing is, it was a sample shirt, so it's not in a bag. But if you want this large shirt, I will spray it, and I will put it in the bag, and I'll send it to you. And when you get it, don't put it on, wash it, okay? It's a large, it's turquoise, and it says, call a thing a thing. But I can't, how am I supposed to see? Okay, thank you, Giovanna. I am still live. But I can't see my people. My people ain't talking to me. Come on, Instagram. Somebody tell me that they large. Okay, because the Facebook people are just gone. I don't know what happened. This is very bad. Okay, there's my light. Let me see. It has a little thing here, but when I touch it, no, that's not what I want. I don't know what happened with my people. All right, well, I'll have to give these tomorrow because I can't see, and it's not coming up on Instagram. Yeah, it's not coming up on Instagram. So I have a call a thing in turquoise. I also have a large forgive everyone for everything, but this is not a hoodie. This is a regular shirt. I'll do that. And again, these were samples. They've never been worn, but they were on the mannequin as samples, and so they're not in a bag. So I'm going to spray them. Remember my concoction that I made? I'm going to spray them, and I'll be able to send them. So I have these 3 shirts for tomorrow and the purse, okay? I have those 3 shirts for tomorrow, and then the gift away is done. I don't have anything else to give away. All right. So there we are. That's for the gift away. The long sleeve hoodies. Please, if you want a hoodie or a shirt, I'm still looking on Instagram. If you want, send us an email to Iyanla at Iyanla.com and put t-shirt blessing or hoodie blessing in the subject line so that we can find you. Marion or Miriam, I can't remember. You had 3 names. I do know that. Please send me another email because we cannot find your email, and I want to make a resource list of people who are doing teletherapy, and like Tom Heinz is doing energy work. I also have another friend. I'm going to make a resource list and then put it up, a link up, so that you can get the help that you need, okay? And some things for children also. All right? So, I know I've been jabbering a while here. Thank you, Instagram. I want to close today with a prayer from Every Day I Pray. And this is a prayer for peace in difficult times. That's what this prayer is for. Okay? Peace for difficult times. It says, Dear God, Please remind me that I can do anything for a little while. I can do repetitive chores. I can do unpleasant things. I can do difficult tasks surrounded by difficult people under the most unpleasant circumstances. I can do all of the things that I have convinced myself I am afraid to do. Please remind me that I can do anything for a little while. I can feel uncomfortable. I can feel inadequate, unworthy, or ill-equipped and still move forward in a positive direction until I feel better. I can feel unsure. I can feel my faith waning and my strength draining and still accomplish something good, something great, and something worthwhile. Please, God, remind me that I can do anything for a little while. When I feel like running away or turning around, please remind me. When I'm making excuses and trying to find a way out, please remind me. When I am whining and complaining, please, God, remind me that no task is too small, unimportant, or insignificant. Remind me that all I do for you today will be rewarded tenfold tomorrow. Please, God, remind me that I can do anything for a little while. And while I am doing all that has been given to me to do, remind me to give you praise for the ability to do anything at all, for the presence of your peace in the midst of all of my duties. I am eternally humble and grateful, and so it is. Every day I pray prayer for difficult tasks, and we breathe. Deep bow. Deep bow to us all. Have a blessed and wonderful day, and keep looking for the lessons. Love you. Bye-bye.